I have 10 minutes before my next meeting. And since it's Autism Awareness Month, Autism Acceptance Month is April, I just thought of creating content for this month dedicated to autism. So my eldest child, he just turned 9 this March. He is in the autism spectrum and he was diagnosed at 2 years old. So for this specific video, I will share with you kung ano yung naging journey namin towards the autism diagnosis. When Lucas was 1 year and 6 months, 1.5 years old, nabagok siya, and then we went to the ER right away. And during the CT scan, nagkaroon siya ng incidental finding. May nakita na brain cyst sa cerebellum niya, which is at the back of the brain, dito sa may kaliwang side. We were referred to a pediatric neurologist, and I was immediately advised to watch out for signs of regression sa development ng child. I was advised to bring back Lucas at 3 years old for an MRI for a more clear and a closer look of the incidental finding. So when you say incidental finding, hindi talaga yun yung original na reason why he had a CT scan. Ang original na reason is really to check if nagkaroon ng trauma inside the head nung nabagok yung bata kasi natulog siya bigla. Ayaw niyang dumede. So, that was the incidental finding. And the MRI at 3 years old will allow us to confirm if meron talaga siyang brain cyst and then to address it properly. So when Lucas was approaching 2 years old, siguro mga 1 year, 10 months to 2 years old niya, I've noticed that the language, the rate at which he was developing new language or new words, expressive language, parang nagsuslow down. And then meron siyang mga skills and meron siyang mga words na he has learned already and then parang nalimutan niya. Technically, nawala. So that was the first sign. The second sign I saw is parang wala siyang interest sa kids. So may mga bata na nasa labas lang ng gate namin, tinatawag siya, nag-hi sa kanya, kinakausap siya, pero wala siyang reaction. The third sign na na-notice ko sa kanya is meron siyang obsession sa pagla-line up ng lahat ng bagay. Wala siyang ibang form of play aside from lining up. The other form of play pala is meron siyang strong obsession sa wheels. Pero ang gagawin lang niya is iikot lang niya ng iikot. Wheels ng bike, wheels ng toy cars niya, iikot niya lang ng iikot. So in lining up also, mga novelty items, kunwari mga toiletries, ililine up niya yon ng smallest to tallest, ng shortest to tallest. And then, kailangan yan talaga linyang-linya. May isa lang na magkamali sa line na lumampas sa linyang ginagawa niya, magwawala na siya. And then also in lining up pati tao. So kung may mag-visit sa amin, mga pinsan, mga kamag-anak, paililinya din yung mga tao from shortest to tallest, nakahiga, nakatayo. Yun yung gagawin niya. So at first, parang kami na nakakatawa naman ito pinagagawa nito. So mga bago nakakita sa kanya, they just find it funny. Pero ako kasi, I find it alarming. So again, this is between 1 year and 10 months to 2 years old. So in a span of 2 months, yung regression talaga niya, sobrang bilis ng pagbagsak niya. And then, the other thing I noticed is, yung meltdowns, yung tantrums niya, it's uncontrollable already. Hindi mo na siya talaga malaman sa nanggagaling. So, konting may masira sa nililinya niya. Kunwari yung dominoes, mayroon lang isang mawala sa linya doon, ibabagsak niya na yung katawan niya sa floor and tiles yun, so matigas. Ibabagsak niya yung sarili niya sa floor, yung tug niya yung ulo niya. Minsan gagawin niya yun, yung pala nauuhaw lang siya, yung pala inaantok lang siya, yung pala nagugutom lang siya. And then another behavioral change that I noticed kay Lucas is his name, by the way. Wala siyang sense of danger. So, naipit na yung paa niya, nagdudugo na yung paa niya, hindi siya sumisigaw, hindi siya umaaray, nakatayo lang siya doon. Napansin ko lang na wala na ako naririnig na kaluskos na kahit na anong laruan niya. Pagtingin ko, nagdudugo na yung paa niya. Bigla rin siyang tumatakbo, hindi niya naiintindihan na hindi siya dapat biglang tumatakbo sa kalsada, kahit na sinusubukan ko i-explain sa kanya. wala talaga siyang sense of danger. So, aakyat siya anywhere, kahit na maaari siyang, pag tumalon siya, talaga mababagok siya, pero wala din siyang understanding nun. And this one is the, ito yung pinaka nag-trigger sa akin to finally call the attention of the pediatrician. Nagkaroon na si Lucas ng verbal stimming. Nagkaroon din siya ng kinetic na stimming. So, when I say kinetic, he's doing pacing, meaning tumatakbo lang siya from one wall of the house to another, one part of the house to another. Takbo lang siya ng takbo. And at the beginning, pinipigilan ko siya. And then I thought, why not try and time him kung gaano katagal niya yun gagawin. So, at one point, hinayaan ko siya, takbo lang siya ng takbo. And she was doing it for 1 hour. Takbo lang siya. Takbo lang talaga siya ng takbo. Wala siyang ibang ginagawa. And meron pala, aside from tumatakbo, meron siyang mga verbal stims, meron din siyang visual stims, and then sinishake niya rin yung head niya. So, iyak ako na iyak sa gilid. Sabi ko, what's happening to my child? Aside from that, meron din siyang stimming na yung para siyang lumilipad na gano'n. Tapos paikot-ikot lang siya habang nakatiptoe, tapos may mga verbal sounds din siya. Sometimes, you would notice him pag wala na siyang ibang magawa, nasa corner lang siya ng room, he would rock himself back and forth, tapos nagka-clap siya ng hands, and then meron siyang mga verbal stems also. And then, around this time also, doon na yung hand leading, na pag may kailangan siya, may gusto siyang kunin, may gusto siyang gawin, kukunin niya yung kamay ko, tapos dadalhin niya doon. No attempts talaga to speak. So, within 5 days, na yun na yung observation ko, I messaged the pediatrician. Our pediatrician is Dr. Annalisa Tatad of Hospital ng Muntinlupa and Asian Hospital Medical Center. Highly, highly recommended. Pediatrician siya ng lahat namin magpipinsan sa pamilya, at parehas ng anak ko, siya din ng pedia. So, I texted Dr. Tatad, and I told her na ganito yung observations ko kay Lucas within the past 5 days. And she was in the US during that time, so she told me to go to her clinic ng Monday. I think this was Friday or Saturday that I messaged her. Then to go to her clinic ng Monday, and then she will look at Lucas. She did an autism screening, and then yun yung diagnosis na we're trying to rule out. But then, of course, meron siyang incidental finding at 1.5 years old about the cyst niya sa brain niya sa may cerebellum. So, she referred us to a pedia neuro at Manila Doctors. Our pedia neuro was Dr. Salonga. Highly recommended also. Napakabait na doktor, napaka-sensitive, ang galing mag-deliver ng news sa parents. She was very conscious about her words. Sobrang gentle niya yun na dineclare sa akin. So, what happened was, we went to Dr. Salonga, and then she ordered an MRI. Lucas had the MRI. I think it was a 1-hour procedure, general anesthesia yata yun. So, it was a pediatrics anesthesiologist who did the procedure. So, mabilis lang din siya, parang after 2 days, 24-48 hours, we got the scans already. We went back to Dr. Salonga. And then she confirmed walang brain cysts si Lucas. Yung incidental finding during the CT scan is yung space between his brain and his skull sa left side is parang wider than the normal range, yung normal na dapat na width or space between his cerebellum and his skull. So, parang ang direct na effect nun is the way that his brain communicates with his facial muscles. Parang yun yung naging challenge, and it has prohibited him from producing speech properly ng expression. So, ang naging diagnosis is autism spectrum disorder. But autism spectrum disorder, wala siyang cure, wala siyang treatment. It's a lifelong therapy talaga for the child. So, it was very vague. During this time, it's 2018. Hindi pa ganito yung dami ng information or data or reach na magkakaroon ka para maintindihan mo paano gagawin mo sa anak mo. And the way Dr. Salonga broke the news to me, it was very supportive. Naalala ko, I was very anxious. Hindi ko na siya masyadong naririnig. Nakatingin lang ako dun sa parang timeline niya, do's and don'ts or whatever, the things that parents have to take care of. And then may sinasabi siya sa akin, pero ako parang sabihin natin, nasa number 10 na ako, nasa number 1 pa lang siya. And then she held me on my shoulders, tapos tinabihan niya ako, and then she told me, kung iniisip ko na kasalanan ko, hindi ko yun kasalanan. Oh my God, akala ko hindi ako iiyak. Pero naiyak ako. Kung iniisip ko na kasalanan ko, hindi ko daw yun kasalanan. And that it's neurological, it's really how his brain works. They also cannot confirm that it's because of the anatomy, which is yung mas malapad yung pagitan ng cerebellum and skull ni Lucas. So, it's still an ongoing, study and science about autism, but she was trying to tell me that she understands my anxiety, but right now I have to focus. So actually, during the whole course, I will have to mention also the support team that I had. So yung tatay ni Lucas, yung biological dad niya, although we're no longer together for matagal na, 5-6 years na ngayon. Pero during that time, siya pa yung kasama ko. And then kasama ko yung pinsan ko, si Ate Mary, sa kanya ako lumaki. Yung nanay niya, si Tita Nene. At saka yung anak niya na 6 years old din, si Becca. Pamangkin ko. So, lahat yan kasama ko sa lahat. Mula kay Doktora Tatad, hanggang Pedianuro, hanggang MRI, hanggang results ng autism diagnosis. Because I knew na baka mental block ako, parehas ng tatay niya. Baka hindi na kami makapag-isip maayos, hindi namin maintindihan yung sinasabi ng doctor. So, I had to make sure na may iba pang makikinig. And then, after that, we were advised to seek to look for early childhood intervention schools and then for therapy centers. So, nag-refer sa akin ng Kids First. This is the early childhood intervention school that we attended, Kids First. Discovery Space, sorry, nakalimutan ko na kasi 2 to 5 years old lang yata si Lucas nag-attend on, or 2 to 3 years lang. So, Kids First, Discovery Space, they are currently located at Palms Country Club in Alabang. Highly, highly recommended to any parents na may autism diagnosis or global developmental delay ang kid, or kahit speech delay or whatever kind of diversity or kids of all abilities. Kids First Discovery Space, they accept kids of all abilities. Down syndrome, physical disability, neurological diagnosis. So all of those are accepted at Kids First Discovery Space. So Teacher Jet was the very first teacher in my life of my child na nakilala ko and I've learned a lot from. So, Teacher Jet did an assessment kay Lucas. I think it was a 1 or 2 hours assessment. And then, siya rin ang nag-decide kung anong placement ni Lucas. And then, after, I think we started occupational therapy also right away. So, ang timeline ng lahat ng sinasabi ko mula sa consult ako ng pediatrician for autism screening, and then developmental pedianuro, and then DevPed pala in between. There was DevPed also, and then assessment sa school, and occupational therapy assessment. 1 month lang to lahat. So, binilisan talaga namin. Paano ko nakakuha ng slots ng ganon kabilis? Makulit ako. Araw-araw kong tinatawagan yung sekretarya. As in, makulit ako. Every day I was begging for a slot. Every day I was telling her, if anyone cancels within 2 hours, we will go right away, immediately. Akin na yung slot. So, ganun siya nangyari. And then, yeah, so that's where it started. Doon nagsimula ang early intervention for Lucas. Nag-start siya ng occupational therapy right away, and then after 6 months, he started speech therapy. And then after 6 months, or no, a few months after that, nag-start na siya ng sensory integration therapy sa Hatch sa Podium. Malayo yun sa amin. We were from Bacoor, Cavite, pero dinadayo talaga namin siya sa Podium kasi yun lang yung may iris na sensory integration therapy. That's it muna for the first video. The rest, I will discuss na lang sa next content. I'm planning to do a week in Lucas's life, school, therapy, what are we doing at home, anong mga interests niya right now, and then also the journey of finding the right fit for the school. I can say that we are 100% well fit na sa current school niya and current therapy center. But hopefully this is it. And yeah, Lucas right now, so he started level 3 ng 2 years old in 2018. 2024 he's already level 2. And then now 2025, so we'll see kung ano yung next na progression ni Kuya. He's currently in grade 2, by the way. So that's it muna, and then I'll create content na lang for autism again. Bye!